The big story in the weekend so far leading up to the race, damage to the Madison, Indiana-based Oh Boy Oberto. Chris McClure has that story down in the pits.
This is the culprit. About 48 hours ago, while the Oh Boy Oberto was in the midst of a qualifying run on Lake Washington here in Seattle, one blade of the propeller came off. That sets up a huge vibration, and it tears at the bottom of the boat. What you see under here was pretty much gone. Now, this Madison-based team had a problem. Where could they fix it, if they could fix it at all? Well, the Budweiser team pitched in because their shop's only about 5 miles down the road. They gave them the facilities. This team went to work, and at 5:45 this morning, they pulled it out of the shop and brought it back to the lake for competition.
Heat 1A saw the 6th fastest qualifiers lined up side by side in an early day shootout. Dave Villwock and Miss Budweiser taking the victory, but not after a very interesting start of the race. Mike Hanson in the Skyway Park Bowl and Casino, the U9, appeared to have control but got washed down, lost a lot of ground, dropped all the way back to 4th place. With Villwock out front and cruising, Hanson then got back underway and went after Nate Brown in the U16 Miss Elam Plus. He would never quite catch him, but it was a great race between those two for the remaining 3 laps. The Budweiser scoreboard shows 40 points in a first-place finish, going to Dave Villwock and Miss Budweiser, second to Nate Brown, third to Mike Hanson. A big disappointment for the Piston fans in the crowd as Mitch Evans' first attempted heat of the day ended in disappointment. A broken engine in the U3. Chris McClure is with Dave Villwock.
As it is so often, the start was a key, and it looked like everybody was real early for a bit.
Yeah, everybody's trying not to get into trouble, and then some guys did anyway. But that's just the start of a limited fight for your lane heat. So I think it was safer than it was last week, and I think that's a great thing. And guys did a great job of driving, and you know, luckily the Budweiser team set the boat up to get through that rough water. It's real rough out there right now, and getting in and out of that rough water turn stuff is the key.
Well, we saw a lot of the bottom of the boat, at least on this front straightaway. Did it feel a little bit on edge for you?
We're running the boat 11 tenths out of 10, so you know we had to do that in order to stay ahead, and you know, so thankfully the boat was pretty good.
We'll be back in Seattle with a look at Heat 1B right after this. Welcome back to Seattle's Lake Washington, 4th stop on the Budweiser Unlimited Hydroplane Tour. Heat 1B saw Terry Troxell in the new U2, the Trend West Resorts, wire the start and appear to be on his way to victory, but in fact he had wired it just a little too early. 4 boats, in fact, had jumped the gun. Troxell's boat, along with the U6, the Oh Boy Oberto, Ken Muscatel and the U25 Miss Rock, and the U100, the Nicole Marie Yacht Charters entry, all over the line too soon. This meant that Doug Brow in the Interstate Batteries green and black boat, the first legal starter, was the leader and would hang on for a win for a driver who is virtually a rookie. 40 points for Doug Brow. When they sorted out the rest of the field, Terry Troxell had made up his 1-lap penalty to finish second. The fact that the rest of the field had jumped with him helping, as 3rd place went to Steve David and the Oh Boy Oberto. And this is the way the Budweiser scoreboard looked after Heat 1B.